of the field, Friday night tension high. Sweat on the backs, pioneer pride. War drums beat inside, helmet cracks in the air. Concrete grit out and fight, enemies everywhere. Boswellsports, screams and screams, voices howl, spirits mean. Warriors clash unseen, legacy in the beams. Dust settles under feet, victory cries loud and sweet. Heroes in the heat, a battle so bittersweet. Bones crush, hearts ignite, bleeding for the fight. Under the stars, in the night, pioneers never die. Boswellsports, screams and screams, voices howl, spirits mean. Warriors clash unseen, legacy in the beams.
I'm looking forward. These two teams have been playing for about 5 years. Really good business. Start to pick up a little screen on their TV, and then you also have an Eagles take a look for
Oh, Red's barbecue, make you move like a cow. Tasting Texas pride, no stopping now. From sun up to sundown, this place feels right. Red's barbecue, every single bite.
Brad, the boozer icon of the Haltom Buffalo Broadcast. We love him. He used to talk with the LSDs, Josh Transfer. We come up there. He's good. But he does things. Coach Weaver, Coach Tucker for Haltom.
You are listening to the Buffalo Broadcast.
Welcome back to both the Haltom Buffalo and the Boswell Pioneer pregame show. I'm Brad the Bruiser Eichhorn as we welcome in the head coach of the varsity Boswell Pioneers, Coach Wes Weaver. Coach, thanks for joining us.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
Coach, I know last week you started out with, it was kind of a tale of two different halves. The first half, you went into the locker room up 21-0, and in the second half, your team was outscored 38-0 in the second half. Talk about each half, if you can. What went right in the first half, and what happened, and what changed into half two?
First half, we came out really strong. We scored on our first 3 drives, and then we started, honestly, we started making mistakes. We started committing penalties. We started, missing assignments, and we weren't having that same edge that we did to begin the game. And in the second half, credit to Saginaw, they did a great job of just keep pounding away. They kept their belief in place, and they didn't let the fact that we had jumped up on them change their scenario. The game was postponed from Friday night to 10:30 Saturday morning, so that presented its own little bit of adversity of getting ready to play again, but not an entire game. We were going to play 13 minutes and 42 seconds of football on Saturday, and it was just you hope that you prepare for them, the kids, for stuff like that during the off season. You prepare them for things that are unexpected, things that you can't control, things that are sudden changes. You try to prepare for that stuff in the off season, and we do that. And Saginaw, to their credit, they performed well on Saturday.
Now, talking about the postponement in the game for our Haltom audience here who was not aware, was that weather related?
Yes, sir. That was weather related. We had lightning moving through the area, and we postponed the game about 10:30 that night because we didn't think we were going to get an opening again until 2 or 3 in the morning, and so the decision was made to postpone that, and then we picked it up at 10:30 in the morning on Saturday.
Was it a lot of difficulty to try to build that energy and adrenaline going into the final minutes of that game Saturday morning?
Well, the way we approached it is we tried to treat it just like the beginning of a new game, even though it was, basically just the fourth quarter and some change in the third quarter. We got the kids up here. We fed them breakfast. We went through our whole normal pregame routine with position meetings and everything, and we did our normal pregame warm up, and we tried to keep it what they knew and what they were accustomed to from start to finish. And so that was the way that we took it, because like they're teenage boys, and they rely on what is known and routine. And so we try to keep their routine the same. And it's not an enjoyable situation to have to come back and do that. I wouldn't recommend it, but it was definitely something that we'll keep in our memory banks for if we ever have to do that again.
Joined here by the head coach of the Boswell Pioneers, Coach Wes Weaver. Coach, I know you started out the season with a 12-6 defensive win here over Boswell. Talk a little bit about that game and maybe for our Haltom side, how that game went here for the Pioneers in your first week 1 W.
Boswell was very, very talented on defense, and our defense came out and matched them. Their intensity matched their physicality. Our defense played a great game versus them. Boswell's big and athletic and fast, and my defense coordinator Todd Davis did a great job coming up with a plan. The defensive coaches did a great job of executing and getting the kids prepared for that. You're absolutely right. It was a defensive battle. Our offense did just enough to win the game, and we were tickled to get out of there with a W.
Now tonight you take on a Haltom team who is still looking for their first win of the season, a team who likes to run the football a lot. What kind of matchups do they present for your defense tonight?
We're going to have to get lined up and lined up correctly and communicate quickly. I wouldn't say that Haltom's a tempo offense from the standpoint of snapping it with 35 seconds left on the play clock, but once they get lined up and to the line of scrimmage, they go fast, and so they don't give you a lot of time to adjust. It's going to be very important that we get lined up quickly, and then we just go play physical football, and because it's a very taxing offense that they run. That slot T, wing T offense is predicated on getting the line of scrimmage moving downhill. And they've done a good job of it. 0-2 is not indicative of how they've played. They've played 2 really quality programs in Richland and Lake Ridge. And the offense has moved the ball very well in both those games. So it's going to be a tall task for us. Our kids on defense have played very well. We did give up 35 points in the second half to Saginaw. That was 3 big plays. Most of their rushing came on 2 attempts. And so our defense, that's what we've got to fix this week is, we do a good job on first and second down, and we did a really good job on getting off the field on third down for the most part. We held them to 20% conversion rate last week versus Saginaw. and it was 2 big runs and 2 big passes that got most of Saginaw's stuff, and unfortunately they scored on 3 of them, and we've got to eliminate the big play. So I would say the key is, force Haltom into second and long, third and long situations.
Now, talking about the flip side of the ball here on the offensive side, like we said, Haltom's played some really good teams here in Richland and Lake Ridge, but they've given up a combined 92 points in those games. What do you expect out of your offense in this game?
Well, I do expect our offense to perform better with 2 weeks going. We faced 2 quality defenses in Braswell and Saginaw. That's not to say that Haltom's not a quality defense. They absolutely are. They've played high caliber offenses, and so we're gonna there'll be some wrinkles in there, and we'll keep going, doing what we have to do, and try to find ways to get our playmakers in space, and and we'll try to have the same offensive success against Haltom that Lake Ridge and Richland have had, hopefully.
Wes Weaver, our guest here on the Haltom and Boswell pregame show. Coach, you're playing under your own lights tonight. This is Haltom's first game on the road here. Does that add any advantage going into tonight's game?
Not necessarily. Like, it's, we'll have our home fans and people won't have to travel, and so hopefully we'll have a little bit better showing in our crowd than we would if we were having to travel across the to the mid cities to go to a game. And having your home crowd be loud and be rowdy and be involved is always a plus. But as far as X's and O's, where you play and what the stadium is and what the setting is kind of secondary in my mind.
Well, Coach, really appreciate your time and connecting with us here. Have a great game tonight. All the best to you and your kids.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
And that was Wes Weaver, the head coach of the varsity Boswell Pioneers. Coverage of pregame continues right here on your home for both the Haltom Buffalos and the Boswell Pioneers here on the Haltom Buffalo Broadcast and the Pioneer Broadcast.
You are listening to the Buffalo Broadcast. You are listening to the
show. I'm Brad the Bruiser Right Corn. At this time, we welcome in last week. What were some takeaways you had from last Friday's game?
Well, we knew they were much improved. We had saw them beat a really good Frisco Reedy team the week before. We were, I think, a little disappointed in how we came out. We thought we weren't, at least if you look at the film, we didn't look ready to play. I felt in pregame we looked ready to play, but when the game actually started, I'll tip my hat to Lake Ridge. They look like the more excited team to play. We didn't. We talked about that this week. I did like how our guys responded at halftime. I thought we were very competitive in the second half. I thought that was a little bit of a back and forth second half. I thought we played better football. One of our goals at halftime, I told the guys, we got to feel like, we got to feel better about ourselves as a team at the end of this game, regardless of the outcome. And, I think we achieved that goal in the second half, moved the ball a little bit better. I thought the defense played a lot better in the second half. I thought other than the one punt mishap we had, I thought our entire special teams the whole night was actually pretty good other than that one snap. So those are some of the takeaways we had from the game. So, going into this game this week, we talked about we got to be ready to play from the kickoff. We can't wait. We can't, ease into the game. We got to have a good start like we had week one. So, we kind of tell it 2 weeks right now. We were ready to play the first half week one, second half we tailed off. So week two, we didn't look ready to play, and then the second half we finally came alive a little bit. So we've got to get a little bit more mature, be ready to play right from the jump and all the way through the second half.
Coach, it seems like every week, we're talking about the performance of your ground game, and usually it's Federico Robinson, who was actually well contained in this game with only 43 yards on the ground.
Yeah.
Was this more of a credit to their defense, or was it, again, like you said, your team was just a little bit of a funk in this game?
Probably a little bit of both, but I'll tell you what, Lake Ridge hired Coach Duckworth, and I've known Coach Duckworth for a long time in the area. He's a really good defense coordinator. I thought their game plan was really good, as far as some of our base runs. They did a good job kind of taking that away from us. At the same time, though, I really liked what Coach Bond, our offensive coordinator, did with Federico. We got him involved in the passing game. He had 2 touchdown pass receptions.
Yes.
If you add up his passing yardage and his special teams yardage, he still had 270 all-purpose yards. So I thought our offensive coaches did a pretty good job of looking at what Lake Ridge was taking away from us and still finding some ways to get Federico the ball and get the ball moving, and especially – we had some spurts of offense where I thought we looked pretty good the other night, but again, we had some other times where we were a little inconsistent. But that's good. You want that early in the year. So now that Lake Ridge had a decent little game plan, we expect some other teams to try to copy that. We're going to work on those things and have a counter for that.
At least from a statistics standpoint, I mean, Christopher Parks, only a sophomore running back, put 138 on the ground. Like you said, some positive takeaways in this one. How about the performance of one of your younger underclassmen in this football game?
Oh yeah, he did a good job. That's what we run a 2-back set a lot of the time, and if they're going to gear up for one of our backs, the way our offense is designed is they don't really have the same plays. So if they're taking away one guy, then the other guy, it might be the other guy getting more of the touches. And then at the same time, I think our passing game continues to improve. Dom was 5 of 7 last week with 2 touchdowns, or maybe it was 3. I forget right now. But and he's protecting the ball pretty well right now. So, we hope to continue to improve in that aspect of the game as the year goes on also.
Excuse me, taking on a tough Boswell team this week who fell to a pretty decent Saginaw team by a final score of 35-21. What have you seen on film from Saginaw so far this week, and what can you expect out of them tonight?
Well, they came out against Braswell week 1 and got a tough defensive win. They won 12-8, got a defensive touchdown late to win that game, and that was a hard-fought game for them. An old school defensive battle. Then last week they looked really good in the first half, and then they kind of reminded me of our Richland game where they came out, did a really good job in the first half, and then Saginaw hung in there and came back and beat Boswell. So they've had some similar experiences to us right now. They did get the week 1 win though, so I think both programs are kind of at least from a emotional standpoint, kind of experienced some of the same things these first 2 weeks. And I think, both of us are probably looking at each other thinking we both have a chance to get a win this week too.
Yeah, and looking for a win this week, taking on Boswell here, how important is this to go ahead and start out, hot early, or at least establish a strong first half in this game?
Oh, it's going to be very important. We got to come out ready to play. We got to come out, confident, knowing what we're supposed to do, not ease into things. We want to move fast and physical is kind of what we've been talking about. Make sure you know your job. The guys have done a good job this week. I think of implementing the game plan and some of our new wrinkles on offense and defense. I think the guys have looked really sharp this week. So I expect us to look a lot better to start this game this week.
Joined here by head coach of the varsity Haltom Buffaloes here, Coach Jason Tucker. Coach, I know defensively, what is the mindset in this game? I mean, like we said, a good first half from Boswell against Saginaw last week, and then they slowed down here. Do you expect to be more aggressive early on in this one? What are you looking at here defensively?
Well, the first thing we got to do with these guys with Boswell, they have a spread formation most of the time. If we can do minimize their run game and play well against their RPOs, and that doesn't necessarily mean they're not completing some RPOs on us here and there. Because if you're aggressive in the run game, sometimes you're going to give up some RPO completions. But when they do complete those passes and RPOs, that we want to keep the yards after catch to a minimum, make some good tackles in open space. If we can do those things, I feel good about our chances tonight. I think our corners have been playing pretty well, so they may give us an opportunity to do some things more aggressive in the run game. We can be a little more aggressive on the back end, maybe run some man to help take away some of the RPO stuff at times. I don't think we can live in that, but I think we can do that here and there. And Coach Swan, I think, will do a good job picking his spots on that stuff.
First road game of the year. How's the team feel about going? I mean, although not, the other side of the Metroplex or anything like that in this football game here, but at least
Yeah.
playing a game outside of the friendly confines here of either the Black Hole or the Birdville ISD Stadium.
Oh, this will be good. We've had Boswell on the schedule for 4 out of the last 6 years, if I remember right. And so most of our kids have played at this stadium at sub varsity, if not varsity, before. So it's a nice stadium. Eagle Mountain Saginaw does a good job at their high school, so it's a fun venue to play at. They do a good job, so it's close enough. It doesn't feel like that much of a road game, so it'll be a fun night.
I take you expect a lot of your parents, your fans, your boosters all in the stands tonight with a lot of orange. Cheering you guys on here to an early victory here, still very early in this season.
Sure. Yeah, it's a close game. Might as well be a home game, so we expect to have a good crowd and get after it tonight.
Well, Coach, appreciate your time here. Have a great game tonight, and we'll look forward to covering it.
All right, thank you.
And that was the head coach of the varsity Haltom Buffalos, Jason Tucker. Taking a break, our pregame coverage continues right here on your home for both the Haltom Buffalos
represent on stage and congratulate their opponents and Marines.
Well, it's supposed to be out there, but hey, that is the Boswell Pioneers.
And for Haltom, we've got number 4 down for 11 days. Yeah, I'm not sure. All I got to say is if you're over at Haltom right now and you're watching, which you should be, actually you should be here at the game, but if you're not, see all these fancy graphics coming up? Don't expect this from us. Okay, so you have chat. So it's not going to hurt. That should have been here, but
Well, it looks like Haltom did win the toss, and they elected to defer to the second half. All they will receive, they will defend on north goal, and Haltom on the southwest. You look down on the field there, you see Haltom dressed in those white uniforms with orange numbers and black helmets, and it's Boswell in the left with yellow with the blue outline white numbers. And we are about ready to kick off with the national anthem. A little different than the Boswell game. We actually have Cowboys this week for us. So you will get to hear the national anthem as we go back to the village and play the game. So performance here.
Well, remember they used to take the signs up there? Yes.
I know.
Certainly there wasn't the other side of the paper they get knocked over, which happens quite a bit. I think we're getting ready here for that.
Yeah, we will pause for the national anthem. Maybe after that, we will have.
Opens up the first quarter, which Bucks is by Greg. Bucks is going to second field for Greg. I know I think he's got the Dave and the TV from her jumbo trying in the corner of her restaurant. We're also know that Eagles Nest is broadcasting as well. Thank you guys for allowing us to be a part of your places. But here we go. We got to kick off coming in here.
And again, let's remind everybody that this is our first ever to do a dual broadcast here in the booth. We've got both myself from Haltom and the Boswell boys over here. Jim was gracious enough to let us come over and do this dual simulcast. So again, thank you, Jim. Thank you very much. And I got to say, congratulations on some of yours. You're the one that got us through this about 10 years ago. So we appreciate everything you do.
You guys, both games that I'm watching the weekend. One of them is Boswell and the other one's
Not really. I'm sure there's some of these people, especially if they're the English. Allie, kickoff can go out. I'll take over first and 10.
I will call the awful
That's again, it's what they have to do. There you go.
That's quarterback right here. Out of the gun, right to his hand. Again, the Pioneers with help here for last night. They've got Benjamin Bennett. One better time. Very true for his game and another
He was actually Buffalo player of the week last week.
On temperature, 5 years.
The Buffaloes get to take over here first and turn from their own tournament. Rusher, that'll both wrestle on the first game. Dominic Greenbaum. Is the quarterback is going to keep himself around the outside. He's going to looks like he's ready out about the 41-yard line with open. Nice read by Boswell. First play of the game. He picks up.
Able to get off.
Hits off to the left side here. The Nova giving the team
number 5, yes, it's a lot of
back set now to the Buffaloes. Pitch off to
They took out a turf man.
almost 35.
That's all they said is something in the box. Having a little bit of success.
Right here. They're seeing what they like. Back pass, pick off the Roberson. He gets the first and more. Looks like the Rovers are getting up. Actually getting brought down for, looks like a loss of one. Good read by the Pioneer defense there. So y'all are pumping. Y'all have a
Yeah, we got
your mic that for the
a stadium. That's
Roberson again around the left side. He pushed out of bounds after a gain of 5. They're seeing something on that Boswell left side that they like.
it takes them down to the 20-yard line.
Then we got 3rd and 6 for the Buffaloes from the Boswell 21. Again, if you're just joining us, we are in the first quarter here. Dual simulcast for the Pioneer broadcast and the Buffalo broadcast tonight. We are live on Boswellsports on YouTube. Third receiver set. Moonabong's looking to throw, looking off to his right. It's got a man wide open. Overthrows. He had him wide open, Jim, in the end zone. And that was number 3. That was Matthew Rodriguez. And Moonabong just missed him for a touchdown.
So, Chris, what can you tell us about the field goal kicker?
Cordero. Let's see what he's hitting here. He's hit a couple of 40-yarders. I saw him in warm-ups hit them. We're going to see what he does here. The kick is up. He's got plenty of leg, and that looks like it's good. 7 minutes and 21 seconds to go here at Pioneer Stadium. The Buffalo strike first and lead 3-0.
And that's looking on the drive. We're going to get Buffalo. And the Boswell Pioneers answer.
If Jack would have been in the booth on that pass attempt, he'd have been screaming, thinking he got him. But that was close. That was close. They caught Boswell off guard with that one. It's not something that they show a lot of this year.
Remember that game against Boswell? Boswell came out. Well, it was the first or second play that came out with the Superman. That's where the quarterback throws it out into the flat, and then the receiver throws it to a streaking receiver downfield. Same thing, caught him off guard.
I don't know how you do it. You're running 3 cameras up here.
It's tough. I think I've hit Chris in the stomach about 4 times so far, moving cameras.
Cordero's getting ready to kick off. Tell who's back. Also, they have to go back. Cordero's kick is going to be deep to the end zone.
Yep. Another end zone kick. Boys and Gold will go back to work on their second series. Different running back this time for Boswell. A little bit mishandled, but
he had some room. A little shoestring tackle there. He got tripped up. It looks like by one of his own offensive guards, but
yeah, that was Richardson. Richardson was really impressive against Saginaw in that first half last week. Kind of a shifty, real quick back. Hand off his chance of him, and you see that spin as he picks up the Pioneers' first down to the 41-yard line.
2 good running lanes for him right now against the defense.
So, right now over to the sideline. Look at the pass to his right. And that is just a good defense there on Haltom.
By Al Parks. You want me to run this? Sure. Yep. They got you all over the place.
Yeah. Richardson will go to the right for Dallas. Hand off again. Just finds a little bit of a running lane. Still moving, that's a knocking backwards.
As we like to say, he was tackled by a herd of buffaloes.
Here's a 6-yard gain up to the 46-yard line for Richardson. Richardson, kind of a change of pace back. Chance Lassiter was running a north-south and a strong runner. Richardson's more shifty, has good eyes in the open field. Again on the slant, and it is dropped. Intended for Lamar Isidore. You've got to have these.
He had it. Quarterback hit him right between the numbers on that slant, and he had some running room in front of him.
So it goes to 4th down. Pioneers drive stalls again.
Roberson back deep for the Buffaloes. That was a really good play call by Boswell there. Quick spin. Kicking away from Roberson.
That ball will just flutter and die at the 15.
Haltom's going to take over after Boswell's second offensive possession. It's 2 punts for Boswell, so this will be the Buffalo's second offensive possession. 5:43 to go here in the first quarter. Haltom leads the game 3-0. We're still early in this. A good crowd starting to fill in on both sides.
Yeah, and that's the nice thing about the Haltom. It's not a very quick drive for them when you consider some of the opponents that you guys have to play.
Gone are the days of West Texas. A little pitch off to the right to Roberson, who picks up 3.
I've heard of Pioneers.
I'd say gang.
The gang of Pioneers.
I think they're going to see a lot of Roberson.
Yeah, if you remember that game last year, was it Roberson that broke his leg? Well, that was the quarterback.
That was Mooneyvong, and we had 2 gruesome injuries.
Oh, that's right, we did.
Game.
Yes.
Another pitch off to the right to Roberson, who gets a yard. So Boswell's actually, their linebackers are coming in and plugging those gaps really quick. So film this week for Boswell. Looks like they studied that. Roberson lost his hat. Going to have to come off. It's going to bring up 3rd and 5 right now. 3rd and 7. Oh, that's
A lot of that in the Brownsville game. But we had 10 hats come off in that game.
going to bring up 3rd and 5 right now for the Buffaloes from their own 20-yard line. Taking a little bit to get the play call in. The lot on there. Looks like he's going to take it all the way for a Buffalo touchdown. First time he has carried the ball this year. It took me a minute to see who that was. It's number 19. That is Nate DeLotte. 3rd and 5. Handoff over the right side. And he takes it 80 yards for the Buffalo touchdown.
Pioneers are able to turn it back inside. Gave him the track down the right side. Off the race.
Cordero is going to be on for the edge. Out. No, leave that back. Cordero is the last one. This doesn't. No, Doraheo. Yes, point. Kick is up and good. 4 minutes and 15 seconds to go here from Pioneer Stadium. Haltom extends their lead over the Pioneers to 10-0.
And this is where you got to look at the adversity for your football team. The Pioneers came out last week 21-0 first half. Had full control. Rob Saginaw to score twice. Put a little pressure on them, and then that thing turned around rather quickly. You can see how above it are able to respond now here, by chance.
Cordero is going to get ready to kick off at the 40-yard line for the Buffaloes. The temperature is outside.
When we got here, it was 91 when we got here. And I suspect it's probably somewhere in the upper 80s.
Cordero. This one is going to be returnable, Jim. I'm not sure who's got it. I can't make out the number, but he's going to bring it out to about the 21-yard line.
Porter Stevens, 2019? Number 19, that is Canyon Diaz.
All right. Well, those mustard jersey with the white numbers, they don't flip out.
No, it makes it really tough.
Especially on the field from where we are.
So Richardson is mainly running back. Pioneers going to a full wide receiver set. Hand off is to Richardson. Gainer 1 on the 2, out to the 22.
That was shut down. I can't tell who was on the tackle. Damian Wayne, defensive end number 11.
What about your quarterback set this time with Richardson and Hunter? Handoff is to Richardson. Trying to make the corner and
good run.
Gets there. Touching right at the sticks. Try the instant replay here.
Sure. Also moving quick.
You get a profitable play. Third and 3.
He gained 5 on that. 4 on that. Looked like he got a lot more, but I guess he ran out of bounds a lot earlier.
Richardson again gets the call. This time hits his drive. Willis had him drive just enough for a first down now for the 30. And nothing there. Might have gotten it wrong.
Richardson.
That was the tunnel. So Hummer with the carry.
He was stopped that time by number 80, Hayden Cook for the Buffaloes.
Sets up a 2nd and 8 for the Pioneers. Let's hand off to Hummer again. Stopped in the backfield. And the Buffaloes are in there quick.
Yeah, Isaac Suarez came in immediately and slowed him down before he was taken down, I believe, by Connors.
Actually, he got back to the line of scrimmage, so now it's third down. And here so far with 1 first down. I'll take it, and it is caught. Caught outside by Porter Stevenson for a Pioneer first down. What are we getting to?
If you notice, the coach is immediately next to us before the throw even happened. Yards set, got him. Well,
10. He's at the 40. Oh, no, hand it off again to Richardson.
Kind of been the Achilles heel of Haltom a little bit this year to get their opponents in 3rd and long. They give up that third down play, and then momentum shifted.
And off again is to Richardson. Richardson throws 1 tackle, picks up another first down. A lot of real estate that time as he gets into Haltom territory down for the 38-yarder. His biggest run. Quick. I'll take the time to the sideline. And off Richardson again, and another hat comes off, and I'm surprised he picked up anything there because he just ran into a prop.
He did. Came right up the middle. Didn't have a lot of running room, but the line pushed him for another 2 yards. It looks like, yeah, he picked up 2 on that one.
That was actually Hummer. Hummer looked heavy. With Lasker being out, Richardson and Hummer are going to see a lot of action. Hummer goes to the right, single set. So we'll toss out to the flat here.
He lost a yard.
And again, that was Porter Stevenson on the catch.
Read very well by the Buffalo defense.
Brings up 3rd down and 9. And it looks like the Pioneers may want to talk about it. They'll take a timeout.
Oh, it's actually the end of the quarter.
Yeah, quarter.
Lift the field.
So that's the end of the first quarter.
Man, that went quick.
Yeah, Boswell is driving right now. Haltom leads 10-0.
So, and what little that Chris, I apologize. This is something we're starting that I was trying to do today, starting this week, was keep in-game stats for us. So we don't have any for you, unfortunately. But what I'm looking at, if I'm recording everything correctly, is Richardson has 36 carries for 37 yards. And Hummer has 4 carries for 4 yards. Porter Stevenson, I've got him for two receptions for 14 yards. I may be off on that one, but so there's your first quarter stats. Wilson House.
Well, I do like the uniform selection for Haltom. Black helmet with the Texas Buffalo on the side. And if you hadn't noticed on the other side of the helmet, the word Tatanka. Started that from Dances with Wolves.
Tatanka, which means,
Yes, it does.
I saw that on the little graphic. Tatanka football.
It was a gain of 1. Jackson Cornu on the stop. That was
20. Who's that?
27. Yeah, they were Richardson on the carry.
Richardson on the carry.
Yes.
That's what the Pioneers are going to go for here. You got 3 wide receivers out to the right and then 1 to the left. 3 are on the right side. And
Quarterback's going to keep it himself.
Runs out to the right. Does he have enough? Yeah. First down. Marking at the 22-yard line.
So that's the first time tonight that Boswell has shown the RPO on that. Which has kind of been your bread and butter.
Yeah. Holds back pass. And just a high move shot. And that is not the way by the Buffaloes. Hayden Rose.
I like the play call. I do like the play call. The Buffaloes had really good defense on that. Safety came over the top to help on coverage, and the corner was alone out there waiting.
Pioneers take a shot. It's 2nd and 10. Haltom shows blitz. Handoff is to Richardson. Richardson at the height. And he will score.
I thought he fumbled for a minute. Somebody's shoe came off.
Somebody's shoe came off. There was another helmet might have come off. There's all kinds of stuff flying around down there.
Yep.
So Boswell with the score, and that was a much needed response after Haltom's first 2 drives. They scored 10.
No, they called it easy. It took a minute. I was like, not a lot of celebrating for a touchdown. And
Richardson.
Well, there's so much yellow down there.
Just a simple handoff over the left side.
And Perez coming in for the extra point. This is up, and it's good.
You notice right there, Haltom actually called a blitz from
from the right side.
Yeah, from Cornu, who came blitzing in. And by the time he got there, the quarterback held the ball just long enough to give it to Richardson, who went around the blitz, and there was nobody there taking that lane to where Cornu would have been.
Yeah, attacking the empty space.
That's exactly what happened. And he just went in untouched. 11 minutes and 1 second to go here. Boswell strikes back. Buffalo still lead 10-7.
What's nice, Chris, is that, you have those games where you have the blowouts and they get kind of boring in the second half.
Yeah.
But you get one of these games where it's back and forth. It makes for a really exciting finish.
These games are always close.
They are.
I mean,
it's almost like a rivalry game.
It is. We've had some really, really close games. I think last year was 29-28.
And Haltom came back in that.
They did. They came back and scored late in the fourth to win. The year before that, Boswell won. The year before that, we were here. We had the lightning delay where the game was just canceled out early. It was canceled. Nobody won. Okay, well, the year before that, you remember the great comeback by the Buffaloes.
Yeah.
Jace Washington came in at quarterback in the third quarter and led. I think Boswell had like a 28-point lead.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Haltom came back and won. That was at the Black Hole. Kick's going to go into the end zone where Haltom will take over 1st and 10 from their own 25
This
yards.
is something we haven't seen much of lately is end zone kicks.
Mm-hmm.
See the wind blowing pretty good out there, going from south to north. You look at the flags over here.
Yeah. What's strange is that the flags at the top of the goalpost aren't moving at all.
No. Coming out, Mooney Vaughn's still in at quarterback. Looks like Roberson and Autry in at running back. Affirmation. Hand off the left side to Roberson. He's still going. It's going to be tackled by his shoulder pad after it looks like a gain of 8. 7. We'll wait and see the official spot.
Z shining again for the Pioneers.
He's just a couple of shoestrings away from breaking.
I don't want to jinx anybody, Chris, but you know what we have not seen so far after a quarter of play?
What's that?
We haven't had any penalties.
He ran out of bounds a lot earlier. You know, that's true. Very disciplined play by both teams. I'll say that. Now you can probably jinx it.
Yeah.
2nd 2 right now for the Buffaloes. Mooneybaum's going to look to throw, looking. He's going to throw deep over the middle. He's got a man. It's caught. Well, that's Roberson out of the backfield, and he's down all the way to the Boswell 25-yard line. Some nice little play, nice read by Mooney Vaughn. Roberson deep over the middle. Get single coverage on him, went up, got the ball. Haltom's going to have it 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line, actually.
Yeah, just threw it over the head of Jeremiah Featherstone.
3 receiver set for the Buffaloes this time out to the left. Looks like Autry's the lone running back. Mooney Vaughn's going to throw, gets his man.
Couple of Pioneers there. Looks like
Rodriguez on the reception on the swing pass. Picks up 5 yards. 2nd down.
So, Chris, have you seen Haltom throw this much?
No, they've already thrown much more this game than what they have in the first 2.
So,
and again, non-district, the coaches are from both sides are going to start dialing up some different plays, to get ready for district. Autry with a little trap right up the middle, actually a little power play.
Maui Peters on the stop. End spot for the Pioneers.
Going to be 3rd and 1 right now. 3rd and 2, actually. The board says 1 yard marker safety.
Yeah, kind of hard to see that.
Got Autry and Roberson in the backfield. Are they going to be a pitch? Got that right. Roberson not going to get the 1st down. Just Boswell read that immediately. It just didn't, honestly, on our end, it just didn't look good from the beginning. It was just a little pitch. Boswell already had a linebacker up and defensive end coming over the line right when Roberson got the pitch. Looked like Autry missed his block. That is a loss of 1 on that. Bring up 4th and 3 right now for Haltom. Move on, looking to throw, he's rolling. Keep it goes. He's going to be brought down. That's going to be a turnover on downs. He did not get outside. The pucker is questioning something on that side. I know what he's talking about. It's the horse collar.
Yeah, I was going to say.
That's exactly what that was. Yeah. That was a horse. I'm not being biased. Well, yeah, I am.
No,
but
we saw several of those in the Brazil games, by both sides, and none of them got called.
Yeah, we've had some questionable stuff. So turnover on downs for Haltom. Good defensive stand by the Pioneers.
So the handoff to Richardson, and he'll get out to the 20-yard line, a gain of 3.
It didn't even look like he got that. He just was very patient, just kind of standing there waiting for something to happen, and it was like a rugby spell.
There's the full wide receiver set. And off again to Richardson. And Richardson again, right up the middle. Nice gain as he crosses the 39 yards.
Yeah, some couple of missed tackles there. Yes, open running.
Richardson, the Pioneers just attacking the middle of that Buffalo line.
Richardson is already up to 79 yards.
In and out of the hands of Peyton Rose, who was covered well that time.
Jalen Mack on the coverage there. Had good coverage. Ball was placed in a good spot.
So 2nd down and 10 for the Pioneers.
Haltom staying in the 3-4 defense right now. Low snap.
Ooh,
Low snap.
And Lloyd will jump on it. That takes him all the way back to the 26-yard line.
That's a 13-yard loss on that low snap that went right under his legs. Rolled all the way back.
He really did not had a lot of trouble with this man. We've seen a couple of them here so far in this game.
Does Boswell open it up here, or are they just going to play it safe, hand it off, and hope for a big
3rd down? I think they probably just handed it off the football.
No, we were both wrong. Quarterback's rolling out, looking. He doesn't have anybody open. It's good coverage downfield, and he gets out.
And down at the 30.
Yeah. So Haltom actually, they had their all defensive linemen, but the minute the ball was snapped, Wayne, who's on this side, backed out and went to coverage. So they only rushed.
Pioneers will be forced to punt here. Once they get the ball all the way, they'll hit it 20, takes a good Pioneer bounce, and it will go into the end zone. I thought for a minute it was going to die right inside the 5.
I did too. I saw Roberson running back. It looks like he had room to pick it up to make sure, but in talking to Coach Tucker, Roberson back there's a senior, and he's, because, even in the booth, you'll cringe sometimes if the player will get a little too close to the ball on a punt. They've kind of given him free life to do what he wants. Haltom takes over after the 4th down stop. Back set again. Autry right up the middle for a gain of 4. They're giving it.
Coming up off the bottom of the pile for the Pioneers, Nathan Rosales. And I apologize, it'll be Nate Rosales. Arrested a couple of months ago.
He actually picked up 3. 2 back set again. Autry and Roberson over the right side, looking for some running room. Trying to hit that gap. He gets the 1st down and more. Pick up about 12 yards, it looks like, on that.
It's good run here. Rosales not able to wrap up that time, and that'll move the sticks.
You're at home. This is what we're saying. We're going to move the chains. Moritz Chevrolet 1st down for the Buffaloes. I got to throw in a couple of times.
There you go. There you go.
Little handoff again to Roberson.
Speaking of sponsors, we forgot to announce the second quarter sponsor.
All County Property Management. Need to rent a home, or you're looking to rent? Go see Kim Lumber, All County Property Management. And one of our many Boat Club Road sponsors.
It's a lot of businesses on Boat Club.
Yeah.
2nd and 7 right now for the Buffaloes. Little handoff again up the middle. Going to be to Autry, who gets the first down and more. Good power run by Autry.
Yeah, I saw him. Big number 73 just grabbed him by the shoulder.
Was pulling.
That's Voltage. There's the Pioneers, and somebody we haven't seen in that middle so far is Oribe.
Oh, you're right.
That big number 77.
Up there. You see. Handoff this time over to Roberson. That's going to be shut down quick. Picks up a couple. He should have been taken down behind the line of scrimmage, actually.
3.
4 minutes to go here until halftime. Haltom driving, leading 10-7 right now. The Pioneers, like you said, Jim, been entertaining. A lot of runs, so both teams trying to go for the ball control. I'm excited for halftime because, as you said,
Taco Casa, baby. And we will have the band. Have both the band, the gold and the hockey.
What do we got? Handoff up the middle to Autry again. He's going to get yards. Boswell sniffed that one out quickly.
Tackle led by Edgar Trevino. The wagon load.
I'm looking on the sideline.
I haven't seen Oribe. Unless he's wearing a different jersey, we just haven't been told.
3rd and 7 right now for the Buffs from the 49-yard line of Boswell. Two-back set. It's off to Roberson. Moving along is going to hand off. Yep. All right. Looks like Haltom's going to punt. Oh, it was a gain of 4 on that one. She got 4 yards on the run. Going to bring up 4th and 3.
John Morales at the end of that play just got hanging up. And Coach Heisel.
You saw that.
Yeah. Got over there and just
got in his
face. Yep.
They're just coaching. This is Logan Lane back to punt for the kick. Going to be high. Well, takes a Pioneer bounce. Ortiz right there on it. Boswell's going to take over 1st and 10 from their own 27-yard line. 2 minutes and 18 seconds to go. Well, that's not.
I think on this one, Boswell's going to have to score this series because
Haltom gets the ball second half.
They don't have to change. Just saying. I know there's a line here between us, Jim, but and you went to Haltom too. So let's go ahead.
Yeah, I'm kind of outnumbered here.
I didn't go to Haltom.
I didn't go to Haltom. I didn't go to Boswell. I went to Burleson.
I went to Richmond.
And I remember many a time that Haltom just destroyed Boswell.
Well, my son went to Haltom.
Well, yeah.
He went to Boswell first.
My son went to Boswell, so yeah, I kind of.
All right, there's just a little throw outside. And
well, they got to be easy on that. They're calling that this year that
defenseless receiving.
Haunting. He made the catch, and it was a good throw. He made the catch, but can't stand over after you make a tackle and do that. So they let that one go. They're letting the kids play, as the coaches like to say, but that'll be addressed.
Colton Coursey with a couple of good catches in that Braswell game. There's another low snap. This time Lords is able to handle it, and Pioneers will pick up a first down as they get to the 38-yard line.
Like Damian Lane getting on the tackle. We got a timeout coming for Boswell.
All right, we will take a quick time.
Second quarter,
2 minutes heading into halftime.
Senior set for the
I just like the four. Not to spread the field with that 4 receiver set. A little roll off this time by Lords, third downfield. 10 out of bounds, incomplete.
Hayden Cook was bearing down on him on that one. So he had a little pressure coming in on him. Good coverage by the Buffaloes. It will bring up second down.
Something we've seen out of Lords this season, making a good decision just to throw it out of bounds. This time they'll load the right side with 3 receivers. Now, man, that's Peyton Rhodes down at the bottom. Now they'll hand it to Richardson, and Richardson right up the middle. Gets to the 42-yard line. It's a gain of 5.
We had a Boswell hat come off this time. And a Buffalo hat come off.
So, Chris, that's either good hitting or loose equipment.
You know what it was a lot? Haltom, a lot of their helmets coming off last year. I was talking to a couple of the coaches, and they're like, it's their hair.
Yeah.
Got really thick hair.
Yeah, thick hair.
Yeah.
You'll see it a lot with the kids that got the dreadlocks. You'll see it a lot of times, it'll pop off.
Timeout.
Boswell calls for second time out.
Well, the board's got it that would be their first. They have Haltom calling the first time out.
They're still got Haltom with all 3.
Yep, you're correct. You know what that 2 minute was? That was 2 minutes still.
That was,
Yep,
that's right.
That was. You gotta get on the game.
Well, the way I like to say it, Chris, is that it's also non-district for us.
Yeah, it is. It is.
I'd like to give a shout out to everyone who's watching us on TV tonight over at the Eagles Nest or Red's Barbecue. Appreciate you guys tuning in there.
And those that normally join the chat room, for some reason we've lost our chat room. So unfortunately,
It's because I'm here.
you're here.
Yeah, I think it's because I'm
Good job, Chris.
Yeah.
So third down now and 6 for the Pioneers. Who actually try to take a first half lead. And off Richardson, no, who's a fake to Richardson.
He had somebody in his face. I will tell you that Damian Lane, if you saw it, there's a replay, came in immediately. If he'd have handed that off, Richardson would have been.
A little roll off this time by Lords, third downfield.
That's wrong.
10 out of bounds, incomplete.
I still like the replay, though, that y'all do. It's like we're watching Fox. It's like Fox NFL Sunday.
If we can ever work out the bugs with it, something new with OBS, I've got to figure out the line. So the Pioneers look like they're going to punt this away. Try to just keep this a 3-point score going to the locker room.
No, they try to fake it.
Tried to fake it.
And somebody's not happy down here. Damian Wayne gets the punter. Haltom's going to take over in Boswell territory.
Well, that's tough. The Pioneers take a gamble.
That's one of those that, Coach Weaver's going to be asked about.
You know what, though? I don't mind it too much on my district. You know, in 2 weeks from now, elections got to reset.
That's fair, but
They won't do it. They probably won't do that again unless you're getting toward the end of the game and the playoffs are on the line.
Yeah.
But I like the call. I mean, you're trying to catch them off guard, and this is a very tight formation set for Haltom. Little handoff over the right side to Roberson. Going to pick up about 3. They're going to give him 4 on that. Good hard run by Roberson. Been the workhorse of Haltom tonight. Clock is running with 1:19 counting. And you're right. If Haltom can punch this in, then they get the ball to start the second half as well. And off again over the left side to Roberson, and that closed quick. He's still moving. We've got the rugby scrum going, and the clock's ticking. I don't get it, though. Maybe
you know what impresses me, Chris, is that when Roberson runs, his ability to lower his foot and pick up the extra top yards. I mean, he was stopped right around the 30-yard line. Still picked up 3.
Now Haltom calls timeout. They let about 15 seconds run off before they called that. Haltom's going to have it 3rd and 1 from the 27-yard line of Boswell. Yeah, you're right on Roberson. He will. You saw what happened there, but the lane closed him immediately. He went running to the hole. It was open, and both defenders from Boswell closed that lane immediately, but he was still able to get through, put his head down.
Yeah,
still picked out another 4 yards.
Stop there. And of course, they teach you that. They teach you to keep your feet running, and that's just textbook running. And that shows you why. Because he should have been stopped in the 30, picks up to the 33, and now they're 3rd and 1 with 39 seconds left.
Well, Jim, on your final game here at Pioneer Stadium, are you going to ask to run the flag? I mean, we'll come out and call that.
So.
We'll come out and call that.
It depends on how much time they have. I mean, get going into it.
Handoff for Roberson over the left side. He's going to get the first down and more. He's at the 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Buffaloes. 27-yard touchdown run by Roberson. It's going to extend the Buffaloes' lead. Pioneers. That's the same thing we've seen all night out of the Buffaloes. Just a little handoff over the left side. They didn't line up in any different formation. A good block that kicked the end out, and it opened that lane up for Roberson. He was almost tackled at the 15, and he got out of that on his way. 30 seconds to go here at Pioneer Stadium. Haltom extends its lead to 17-7.
So the true test is going to come on the first drive in the 3rd quarter. If Haltom's able to take it down and score, it could spell trouble for the Buffaloes.
Yeah, there's still a lot of games. We've seen good plays by both offenses. This area is really drawn up like that.
Yeah, I saw somewhere where they were talking about by 2030 that they'll have 9,000 in this area.
That's too many. Kickoff. It's going to be returned out at the 10, the 20. Got a lane. Coaches will not be happy about that. Return has a great return. Who is that, number 18?
Canyon Diaz.
Canyon Diaz down to the Haltom.
Oh, there's a flag on the play.
There is a flag.
Uh-oh. The first time we got mustard on the lettuce.
You're still saying. Oh, no, I like it.
So probably blocking the back.
It's against Boswell.
Yeah.
It is coming back. So that great return by Diaz is going to be negated due to the penalty. Block in the back. You were correct. So the Boswell, 23 seconds ago, they just take a knee and go to half.
I think so. Maybe try something long.
Looks like they're going in.
Yeah, they're just going to take a knee.
We'll
That's what we thought.
never know. You never know.
He's down all the way back.
That's for Rhodes, Peyton Rhodes.
There's the knee.
And that should take us to halftime. Well, your score right now is the Haltom Buffaloes lead the Pioneers 17-7. Stick with us, folks. We're going to step away from the microphone and look at the stats a little bit. I promised Chris Taco Casa. And so if they don't have it downstairs, I got to get in my truck.
I'll go with you.
And head about 5 miles south.
Yeah. You could see Chick-fil-A right there, too. So we're close. It is a beautiful night. Again, still plenty of seats here. If you're close, even if you're in Haltom right now and you're over there, you were 15 minutes away. Come on out. It's going to be a great second half. We're excited to be here. Jim, again, good first half by both teams. Again, Haltom has the lead, but their lead is on 2 long touchdown runs right there. Boswell's shown some shine, let's say, in their running game.
Yeah,
as well.
With Richardson, I've got him with 11 carries for 84 yards. Hummer's got 4 carries for 4 yards. Lords, he's 4 of 8 for 10 yards passing, and 3 runs for 18.
Well, one of the things that Coach Weaver told us during this week's coaches show was the thing they wanted to work on and try to clean up a little bit for some big play.
Yep.
And that's what we've seen so far. We've had several big plays that giving them that 10-point lead. And so we'll see what adjustments are made in the second half. Going into this, the Pioneers definitely want to clean up that aspect of the game.
And you're talking about big plays. So we've had 2 big plays in the game. And one was the 80-yard touchdown run by Galot on second down. And then, of course, the Roberson 27-yard touchdown run here to go into halftime. Haltom's had their chances, too. They got stopped right down here deep in Pioneer territory on 4th down, where honestly looked like Moonivon could have picked up the first and gotten into the end zone. It was a great defensive play out here by one of the Pioneers to bring him down a yard shy of the first. And then the missed touchdown on the opening drive for the Buffaloes that Moonivon just missed his receiver wide open in the end zone, just threw it over his head. But on the same time, Boswell's had a couple of misplay opportunities as well for a couple of deep ones. There was a deep overthrown ball down on the middle of the field, drop slant, see, on 3rd down, that he had it, where Boswell had to punt as well. So I think some of these mistakes will be cleaned up, and looking forward to an exciting second half where the Buffaloes will get the ball to stop.
Okay, well, we're going to step away and allow you guys to enjoy the, what do they call these, the Buffalo dance game?
High steppers.
High steppers, okay. So the high steppers in the band, enjoy. We'll be back here in about 25 minutes.
All righty, let's go eat.
I hope you guys enjoyed that halftime performance. We are back from Taco Casa.
I enjoyed the halftime performance of those tacos. So
Yeah, it's so good.
shout out and thank you to Eagle Mountain Saginaw, ISD, for that's the booster club that provides that.
Yeah.
It's so good. Every time we come here, it's always Taco Casa. It's so good.
We would say normally we saw her the first week, but didn't get to see her last week because she was here. But Stephanie Cullen is still in chat room.
Oh, yeah.
Probably
So,
what 1 a.m., 2 a.m. over
yeah,
there.
so we have a Pioneer fan who watches from London, England.
Okay.
And she's actually been to a couple of games. She's back there now.
20.
But yeah, so she's actually, it's 2:20 and she's watching. That is a fan.
We've
That
had,
is.
We've had
That
peop-
is.
so far this year we've had Stephanie from London. We've had somebody from Africa. We had somebody from
Chile.
Somebody from West. What the one Western being? What the Western country? Maybe I'm thinking,
Love it.
no, yeah. But yeah, we've got. I mean, it's people all over the place come in and stuff. So.
All right, Keith, we got some first half stats, it looks like.
So the first half stats, it looks like, so right now, DJ Ford's 4 passing for 10 yards, 3 runs for 19 yards, 6 yards, 6.3 yards per carry. We've got Hummer for 4 carries, 4 yards. So big player, the big one that is really keeping Boswell in the game is Richardson. So far, Mr. Rutterton, he's got 11 carries for 84 yards, 7.6 yards a game, and he also has 1 reception for 1 yard. Then you got Rhodes with it's two balls thrown to him, 1 catch for 4 yards, and then of course he has 1 catch for 6 yards. And Henry Stevenson has 2 catches for a net 14 yards.
So that's the first half stats for Boswell. Chris, as we get ready for this second half, what are your thoughts?
I don't have stats. I was eating tacos. You know, on the Haltom side, they have to do what they've been doing. And that's team the running backs. We're seeing Autry tonight, which is the first time we've seen him this year at running back. It looks like he's in for part of it. I haven't seen KJ yet. Then again, we had the long touchdown run by Galat, which was a beautiful run, 80 yards down the right sideline in the first quarter. Haltom will do exactly what we saw them do in the first half. They'll mix it up a little bit. So I wish I had some stats for them. We've thrown the ball more than what we have this year. They've opened up the offense a little bit more. But you're still gonna see a full workload to the running backs. And then defensively, they're staying in that 3-4. Richardson has found the lane a few times. Looking like that's just the linebacker missing the gaps and Boswell's had a lot of success running right up the middle. You know, nothing really to them on the outside. And we've only seen them run that RPO one time where the quarterback just pulled the ball. So we may see that a couple more times, I would think, for Boswell.
Yeah, the Boswell offensive line has done a pretty good job of opening holes on that left-hand side. I think what's killed them there is that they're getting in the situation of a third and long. They're just not able to convert. See what happens in this second half if they get set to kick out.
That's going to be returnable. Looks like it's down to Roberson. He's at the 10. He's got some running on it. No, it wasn't Roberson. Sorry, it was actually Elijah Lewis, number 23. Haltom's going to take over.
First and 10 from their 21.
So Chris, they're at the 21. So if he lets it go into the end zone, they gain 4 yards.
Correct. And he caught it at the 1.
Caught it at the 1.
Again.
And there's also the possibility that rotation of the ball, too. It looked like it was right there kind of in the corner. It could have gone out of bounds and got 20.
And then again, it could have taken that, or it could have bounced back. So. First down, handoff for Roberson again over the left side, picks up 1.
Ooh, fumble.
Now they're calling down. That whistle was on. And
Out back to the line of scrimmage.
we have a Pioneer.
Quick break.
If you're a fan of classic rock and tired of hearing the same old songs over and over, you need to tune in to thezoo.net. Thousands of songs in the library. Radio like it used to be. Radio as it should be. It's on the internet 365 days a year, 24 hours a day, and it's free. The best classic rock of all time. It's thezoo.net.
The internet's best classic rock. The Zoo.
Third quarter is brought to you by thezoo.net.
All right, Galot on his second carry of the game picks up 9 yards. So he has 2 carries for 89 yards, which will be probably the lead rusher of the game. First time we've seen Galot over here on the offensive side this year as well. He's a senior. He looks really good running the ball. The hair's just flowing out of the helmet. Back set again. It's going to be handoff up the middle. Boswell read that perfectly. No, that's
going to be a loss.
It looks like it might be a loss.
Loss of maybe 1, 2.
Stop. Short.
Cutting just short of the third.
It's going to be 4th and down. So Boswell.
This Hawkins' first time?
Yes. No, second. Punted it in second quarter.
Watch the bank.
Not here. No, they're too deep in their own territory. Logan Lang on the kick. Good high kick. Going to be caught at the 42-yard line. They're going to get Boswell for catch interference. They literally didn't give him a lot of room. I'm sorry, Haltom. They're going to get that penalty flag against Haltom.
Yep, just a little crowd. A little bit crowded.
So while we wait, you know what you guys are missing here in the comic book store.
We learned this.
You are. You used to have one. You don't have one, but you know where you could go. There is a place in Watauga where all you nerds that are listening, you should come on out and check us out at Pastime Comics at 6120 Watauga Road. So come on out and see us. Open tomorrow from 10 to 6. We got a lot of cool stuff out there. Statues, Funko Pops, comics, and more. Plus, that's a 15-yard penalty for fair catch interference.
Now, Chris, do you also do these sales on Facebook? Do you still do that?
Don't do those anymore. Everything kind of got moved over to Whatnot. So let this plug it over with quick.
All right, here's Lord's handoff is to Hummer. Hummer right up the middle. Not much there. He gains 2 on the play.
Met by Ortiz. Hey, if you're not doing anything September 27th and 28th, come on out to Ardmore, Oklahoma. We put on a big competition this year. Remember the movie The Outsiders? We've got Pony Boys. See Thomas Howell's going to be out there.
There's Lord's 2 set back. Handoff is to Rowe.
Sacked by Damian Wayne.
That'll take them all the way back to the Haltom 49.
great penetration by Wayne there. It looked like he was trying to run that RPO. I'm not sure if it was just a missed handoff, a misread, or what that was.
Perfect opportunity in there.
They rolled back to pass. Throws in a screen and incomplete.
So bring up fourth down. So
That was intended for Richardson.
stopped by the Buffaloes. Pioneers looking at the front. So back to the Comic-Con. If you're really into coming out and seeing voice actors, this will be a Christmas story.
Yeah.
Remember the kid who got his tongue stuck to the ice pole? We got him coming out. That's Scotty Schwartz, who played Flick. We've got Jerry the King Lawler making an appearance, wrestling Hall of Famer. Roberson on the punt return is going to take it out of bounds at the 35-yard line. The Haltom will take over.
About a 16-yard return. Yeah, you've got a lot of big names there at past time conference.
Oh, we had Lou Ferrigno, we had Ryan Hurst, Ray Park, Claudia Wells from Back to the Future, who was Michael J. Fox's girlfriend from the first back in the day. We do events all the time. Come on out and see us. It's literally 15 minutes right down the Western Center, right into Watauga, across Watauga.
Hey, is that qualified as a shameless plug?
I think it does, yeah.
That's okay. We're all about the shameless plug.
Move on. Back to throw. Looking deep over the middle. He's got his man caught. That's Elijah Lewis, number 23. He's at the 2015 pin top. And that's a Haltom touchdown.
There again, that's what we talked about at the end of the half. Yeah, Coach Weaver knows how to focus on stopping the big plays. And see the Pioneers get killed there again as they push this thing to pending against 23 points.
The 66-yard touchdown pass and catch from Elijah Lewis. Up. Good. 8 minutes, 55 seconds to go here at Pioneer Stadium. Haltom is still moving. 4-7.
Yeah, this is where you take these team together with everybody around and register offense. Where's that? Yeah, the focus.
I'll try to send you the rebate is out this week. And so I asked her what the feel was down on the sideline. She said the rebate's down there trying to keep these guys on top. This is the gut check here. You got to see what you got in the tank now that you're down by 3 scores.
Cordero gets ready to kick off for the Buffaloes. Each kick's going to be fair caught at the 29-yard line, where Boswell will take over first for him.
And that is Peyton Rhodes. Peyton Rhodes, yeah, he's returning starter for the Boswell Pioneers. And he's kind of one of those guys that's really on this football team. Yeah, the one thing that we've not seen or heard a lot from so far this season is Bozo.
Yes.
Here's the handoff to Richardson, and Richardson called Hummel.
Met by a herd of Buffaloes, led by a prolific Damien Lang.
Now, with Richardson, Hummel was in the middle of that. He came out, thought he had the football. But Richardson will pick up 5 on the carry. It's second down. And off into Richardson. Again, he'll just bang his way up the middle. And It's up 4 to the 36-yard line. I really like this kid, Richardson.
It's the whole angry and with speed.
Yep.
As a coach, you have to like the angry run. It's patient too. You notice a lot of the first pass, he would wait for the hole to open, kind of bounces feet around, but
Richardson again, fighting upfield, has the hole, breaks free, and crosses the 50. They will give him the 48.
we had Buffaloes take each other out on that play, which allowed Richardson to break right through the middle of it. Looks like they were both trying to tackle and instead got each other.
And the Pioneers are
That puts Richardson at 100 yards.
and off Richardson again. That's a nice pitch out there. Again, 6 on the play with a 42-yard. Pioneers are without Chance Gillespie. He's nursing an injury. So Richardson getting the bulk of the work. We saw him against Boswell. They're playing pretty well. Not doing too bad here.
Busted play.
Yep. Boards lose yards back to the 40.
Yeah, it looked like Lords was just completely misread. The two running backs both ran the same way. When he turned to hand the ball off, nobody's there.
You know, there's as a quarterback, there's nothing worse. I remember this play. I don't remember a whole lot of plays from high school, but I remember turning one time for a pitch and pitching it to nobody. There's a touchdown catch by Bozic, and he must have heard us from the booth. That's his first catch of the evening, and it goes for a first down. So that will be a Pioneer wagon wheel. First down.
Oh, I got you. Y'all don't have a Moritz relay.
Yeah.
Haltom was in a soft zone that time, and Barboza just got right in the middle of that zone, stood there all by himself.
And off is to Richardson again. He is going to take this into the house. Touchdown, Pioneers.
You have a Haltom coach that's got literally just took the lead to go up 3 scores, and your defense comes down and Boswell, who you have your foot on their throat at the moment. That's, you know, they're not showing a lot. You just score, put them in the and they march right down the field. Doesn't matter. To possibly pull within 10 points. There's a lot of time left in this game.
A lot of time left. And I like the fact that the O-line is continuing to fight and try to win that battle in the trenches and holding those helps for Richardson. The other thing about that drive is that Richardson finding a way to move through traffic and get Richardson to those helps.
Yeah.
He's averaging 20 yards a carry.
Then as a coach over on the sidelines for Haltom, you bring your defense together, you settle them down, which is exactly what's going on right now. And figure out what happened. Who missed a couple of lane assignments there? Did they get a little lackadaisical after going up like they did 17? Which 17, 18-year-old kids. So
that's what I love about high school football. It's so raw.
Snyder's finally checking in.
Give us a shout out if you're listening, all my fans.
You've got some that are on here.
Just one.
Oh, no. Good, sir.
Y'all play nice.
Fair catch it.
That drives you crazy sometimes. He had 15 yards between him and the closest Pioneer.
Well, he must have heard what I said on the last one.
So we have a ball game going on here. 5 minutes, 44 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Haltom up 24-14. Both teams have scored here in the third. Haltom's coming out for their second offensive possession.
And it's weird, Chris, because going into this game, we thought it was going to be Haltom running the football and scoring touchdowns and Boswell throwing the football.
Yes.
And scoring touchdowns, and it's been just the opposite.
It has. It has. No, that's okay. Haltom has 2 rushing touchdowns.
Leland Hunter says he likes the Haltom broadcast, but he loves the on the stream.
A lot of people. You got the fancy graphics. I told y'all, hey, don't expect all this stuff. Next week, when we're at UTA Stadium, and I've got a single computer and a single camera. We're going old school. And now I think at UTA Stadium, you're about 2 miles up in the air, too.
Yeah.
That stadium. 2nd and 7. Autry with a 3-yard. Quick pass out to Roberson.
Flag on the play.
That's going to be against Haltom, right? Or they're going to get offside.
I mean, if you're Haltom, though, you got to like what you saw in that play because there was all kinds of space.
He had all kinds of space. He picked up about 12 yards on that, but the ball is coming back. It is a chop block against Haltom. That is not what you want to see. You just picked up the first down. These are the mistakes that have kind of hurt the Buffaloes this year, I'll say. Right when they've got good momentum, there's going to be a lack of focus.
Well, I think that's only really, though, in the grand scheme of things. That's a second play.
1 on each team. No, 2 on Haltom.
And really, I mean, that's for non-distance, that's pretty good.
2nd 17 for the Buffaloes right there. Empty backfield for Blue Bunny. 4 receiver set. Trips off to the left. Lunamon's going to drop back. He's got a rush. It's a screen pass over to Roberson. Boswell reads that really good. He's going to pick up about 4 on that. 3rd and long for the Buffaloes.
You know, the other thing we haven't seen a lot of, Chris, in this game. So we got the discipline with the flags, but then we haven't seen a bunch of turning.
No, we haven't. We haven't had any. And Roberson has to come off the field for another helmet malfunction. He's over at the bench with the trainers. They're grabbing his helmet.
I didn't get spicy.
Face mask on.
Oh, that is okay. Well, then that's why Roberson came off. I saw him over there kind of shaking. So that is going to be an automatic first down for the Buffaloes. So just when we talked about the Buffaloes making a mistake and losing focus, Boswell does.
So 3 penalties now.
And man, sometimes you've seen it. Guys are running, and you're trying to make the tackle, and your hand just goes up, their head comes down, and you just...
Well, you just get that instinct.
Yep. Hand off to Autry, who's going to be up the middle. He's got some running room. He's at the 50. Got a block, a great block by Goliath.
That's Featherson with the score-saving tackle.
Autry is going to bring the ball all the way down to the Pioneer 35-yard line. So again, that face mask literally is one of those drive killers for you. If you're looking at right now for Boswell, Haltom's got the momentum driving down the field. And on that, they would have had a 3rd down with their best player being off because of his helmet off. Now Haltom's got the ball 1st and 10 for the Boswell 35. 3 receivers set off to the right. Autry in at running back. Lewis in motion. Delay a game on Haltom. Again. Okay, well, that's on the coaches.
Yeah.
You get a delay a game, that's on the coaches. And Jim keeps pushing me over because I keep missing camera. All right, 1st and 15 now for the Buffaloes. 3 receivers off to the right this time. We'll hand off up the middle to Autry, who goes nowhere. There's a flag. I said he goes nowhere, but he winds up picking up. Did you see that? He wound up getting 7 yards.
Yeah.
False start. It's coming back. All right, now we've gone into sloppy football time between both teams. I don't know where this came from.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cause it.
Jim jinxed both teams. We have such mistake-free football. And that's going to be march the Buffalo back at another 5 yards. First kick.
They're just taking back some of that big.
See what we do this. Tight formation. Autry going to take the handoff. He's going to be met in the backfield. So that blitz was called by Boswell, and they picked the blitz right. Number 38 for Boswell. Came through the line.
Yeah, Z-Shang again.
We picked up 2.
A good job by Z-Shang of finding the gap, slowing that play down.
Second 18. Manageable then. Sweep to the outside for Mooneybaum. He's got some room. Gains most of that yardage back, and he's going to be just shy of the first down. It's going to bring up 3rd and short. Looks like 3rd and 2, 3rd and 3 right now for the Buffaloes.
The Boswell Pioneers, you can't. You got a team in 3rd and 18. You can't. You're 2nd and 18. You can't let them pick up that kind of yard.
3rd and 2 for the Buffaloes at the Pioneer 27-yard line. Autry in. The lone running back. Mooneybaum. Well, that's if they missed block. How do we let go of the Pioneers?
He was Carlos Solis, and then Gonzalez came in to clean it up, but it was Solis in there at first. I mean, that's coaching with 4th down. What do they do?
They're going for it. They're going to go for it. A little too long for the field goal kicker.
But I don't know if the middle has kind of worked for Haltom. You think they go? Yeah,
I don't know, but you know who we're missing is Robertson. He has not been out this whole drive. Pass off to the right. He's got running. I'm sorry, that is Robertson. He's not going to get the first down. Pioneers are going to hold. So a promising drive for Haltom. Both sides had bad penalties. This whole possession.
John Morales here for the Pioneers.
Again, I don't understand. Super glue that.
The thing about it is, Chris, Robertson was very close to picking up that first down.
Yeah, he's about a yard shy. Just good pursuit by the Pioneer defense in that. They read it coming out of the backfield. Mooneybaum rolled out here to the right and tried to hit Robertson flat, but the linebacker was right on Robertson. Not sure Mooneybaum, he had pressure on him. I don't think he could have picked it up already.
Here's the 2-back set.
But they run.
Hand off this to Richardson again. That's how Buffalo are doing a good job clogging in the hole.
More new on the tackle. Off to Suarez.
And here's running behind their center. That's big. Joseph Wamba, 6'2", 220, but I don't think that's. I don't believe that he's 220.
If Washington came in to red, sees that he's the way they something out.
Bullock's handoff is to Richardson again. And Richardson will pick up 3.
Ortiz slows him up, number 10. Brings up 3rd down and 5.
And it's a football at the 31.
I'm running out. Heading out. 44 seconds left in the 3rd quarter.
Yep. Somebody's messed up on defense.
And timeout is called by the Pioneers.
Yes, they called timeout. They were trying to get their play in, and the running back kept swapping sides over there. But at the same time, one of the linebackers for Haltom was misaligned. Coach is yelling over there, so they were trying to get him lined up.
It's got some communication going on. Yeah, I was looking into that. I couldn't get one app.
Steve Jackson. Oh, well, all right, so
Wow, that's a bomb burn.
That's a bomb burn. There's no defense. That's Big 12 football.
That's for Richardson again. It's that RPO and
gained a yard.
Gained 1 yard out to the 32. All jump fourth down.
Boswell's keeping them there. What are they coming? I was going to say they're keeping their offense on the field.
See, we got South Carolina.
Oh, fourth down.
We got Dallas Skyline.
Speaking of the first quarter, wins here. And we go into the final stanza. They teach you that. They teach you to keep your feet here at Pioneer Stadium. As the Boswell Pioneers 12 the Buffaloes 20-14. This fourth quarter is brought to you by the Sandy's Action Photography. Speaking of her action photography, she has all the pictures from this game on our Facebook page. The late Saturday, early Sunday.
She uploaded it on the page. I didn't say that.
I used to edit her pictures, and I promise you, this is not exaggeration. She would take 3,000 pictures, and so that's what she usually ends up having to go through.
Looks like Boswell has elected to punt from their own 32-yard line, facing a 4th and 4. What news? Yeah, that's a answer is yes. Haltom had nobody back, just in case of the fake, and the ball is going to be down at the 28-yard line. Haltom will take over to start the fourth quarter. Regardless of the outcome, this has been a lot of fun. So again, thank you very much for letting us come up in the booth this week and do this. This is fun. I'd like to do this more, mainly because I didn't have to do anything. I just showed up. I did bring a headset, but you didn't need it. And of course, Spicy. You figured Coach Ward would have been here. We have Santa.
Yeah.
Greg Ward?
No, Phil Ward, who coached for like 82 years. He's listening. He's watching the broadcast right now. So
because I had Coach Ward in Spanish when I was talking to that.
Moving along, looking, throws deep, got Roberson. I just missed him. Like the play call. Like the play call, that little deep out.
Well, and
trying to hit Roberson.
That's kind of what they scored on their last drive.
He's going to bring up second down. Just trying to catch Boswell off guard right there. Them expecting run. I have been impressed with the Haltom offense not really opening up. They're doing things we haven't seen in the first two games. Rodriguez in motion. Little shuffle pass to Roberson. I'm going to say this like I say every week. No blocking for the offensive line on that one.
Actually lost it on.
Yes. Again. He's going to bring him 3rd and 11 now.
That thing used to be a shot block for Boswell too. If we stop right here.
It will. You'll turn the momentum back. This time it's just going to be a little pitch off to the right. The Roberson is around the right side. The hole is closed really quick on him. Great pursuit by the Pioneer defense. Moving down the line. We haven't seen a lot of since early in the second quarter. We haven't seen a lot of running work to the outside.
Jeremiah Featherston again there on the start for the Pioneers. We said his neck quite a bit. And that's a new name for us up here in the booth.
I would.
We have the score against Boswell. I'd love to see it.
Low snap. Logan Lane gets the kickoff. Good kick by Lane. Going to take a Buffalo bounce down to the 33-yard line, where the Pioneers will take over 1st and 10. And one to go here in the game.
Down 33 yards.
I need to get one of those cookies.
I didn't get one. I got two.
I don't know. I didn't get it.
and then I got chastised by my wife.
Yeah, I was impressed on that. I could be slipping. That was great. That was very good. Had that icing on it. I don't need it, but.
All right, here's Lord's handoff is to Richardson. Richardson makes his way into line, tried to cut back to the right. Nothing was there. Picked up a gain of 3 to the 36-yard line.
So I don't know if y'all saw that because apparently the guys wearing black and white didn't. But your slot receiver on the left side took off like it was the CFL before the snap of the ball. He was already running. I saw a couple of the coaches throw their hands over the sideline.
All right, so 2nd down now and 7. Here's Lords. Delayed. Lord will keep it. RPO.
Oh!
Moves inside. Takes a big hit. There is a flag.
He is popped like offside. Wait.
Yeah, up to the 40.
Legal shift, maybe? No, they're pointing it against Haltom. The Boswell players are. That Lord's coming off. Run into the sideline. No, that's against Boswell. Well, now they march backwards. Now they're marching forward.
Yeah, it was offside.
Okay.
And so now on the quarterback for the Pioneers, Tyler Reyes. We have not seen him since the last game of the season last year in the win against Lakewood. Richardson again runs into the line and still on his feet, trying to break free.
He's strong. He had 3 Buffaloes around him and he's still carrying them.
He picked up the first down.
Got to
the 34-yard line.
This is where the Buffalo defense needs to stiffen up right now. They need to force it.
Here's Richardson again, and again hitting
fumble. He's on the ground. He's on the ground. They're calling him down.
Yep, they'll call him down. We're probably going to see where they spotted. 49-yard line. Yeah, I like that burst that we're seeing out of Richardson. Last year, a little more shifty, a little more finesse. Richardson with some speed. There's Lord's hand off Richardson again. Richardson working his way through the hole. Not enough for the first down. Picks up 2 into Buffalo territory at the 48.
Third and 2. They're calling 3. Looking at the yard marker.
Yeah.
On these 48, we got to get to these 46.
Reyes out of the gun. And off to Richardson, and Richardson stopped.
It'll be a personal foul against Haltom. That's penalty against Haltom.
Yeah, Reyes took a shot.
No. I think it's not going to play, but that's going to be.
We don't have the replay, do we? Just hit the eyeball. Huh?
No. There is no. What are they doing? Yep. Tucker is not happy. That is your personal foul. Not sure what happened. We did see the quarterback go flying back.
Well, I wonder if he came up under to help. If Reyes took a shot right there to the one.
After he had handed off. And Haltom had him stopped on third down.
Yeah.
And he needed him. He got back to the line of scrimmage. Now you gave Boswell life. So we're going to have the first hit from the Buffalo 32-yard line. Tucker is still going off on the side. He's not happy about that call. He wants the explanation, which defines him. He's giving it to him right now. Oh, there we go. Up there. We'd like to do that.
I'm not sure. Like I say, I'm not sure if that call was for the hit on Reyes because I didn't see anything of it.
Right. And they never even came over to such a never gave any indication of what the penalty was. And
Hand off is to Richardson. Richardson spins and is down at the 29-yard line. Anderson having himself a career night. That's off to the right. Spin, right to tackle, and inside the 10-yard line. What does that mean, Z? Red button.
too many.
Ooh, that's the play. Like it was an RPO. It's a little indecisive on whether to hand it off.
Lots of yards.
Yeah. And what's sad is that I felt like Richardson had a big hole there.
He did.
Of course, there's Haltom to do. Replacing Reyes. Showing blitz. Hammers taking their time. 14 on the play clock. 8. I'm taking a lot of time. 4 seconds. There's the snap. Walsh looking to his right. Going. Oh, stop. And that is a sliding flag. That is Peyton Road. It's 5 sets all the way down to the 1 yard line.
Here's a knocking on the door. This is for Haltom. This is not what you want to see right now after having that lead. The Pioneers are cutting into it now. They can, if they score, they can cut it to 3. Not sure, but I do know. The one thing about Boswell is they can cut a lot of clock on this guy. That's
Richardson will just put his head down, dive in, and Pioneers will down.
So 2 Haltom penalties held on that drive, and both personal backs.
Now we've got a ball to and the last game ended 29-28.
That's good.
With a radio.
That was a couple years ago. Pick us up and good. 4:52 to go here in the game. Boswell has cut the lead. 24 for Haltom, 21 for Boswell. Don't go anywhere. We're going to have an exciting finish.
Yeah, this one get crazy real quick. And there's some Jack up here in the booth.
We'll probably be down late. Let's go.
And the Haltom crew, all the Haltom crew. But Chris, I just want to say thank you. This was your brainchild to do the simulcast here. And I've enjoyed it so far.
I have too. It's been a lot of fun. We always thought about we wanted to call a game together over the last few years. We finally got to. I mean, we've been in the same stadium, just in different booths. About 4 or 5 times. $4.50 to go.
You know, since the game is so bad, I've not seen it on play.
There it is.
But there it is.
But Boswell had a great opportunity with that.
That was a great.
It was a great onside kick.
One big high bounce that you won.
And well, that one big high bounce went over 4 of the Boswell defenders and allowed Kyle Parks to cover it for the Buffaloes at the 49-yard line.
Well, that's what I was going to say is that, you know, since the days of Coach Evans, we haven't seen a lot. Coach Evans can, but I think he has an onside kick at least once a game.
Let's see what the Haltom offense does. They try to get a little cute on their last offensive possession. You know, get the deep pass and like that call, but then they try to do a shuffle pass and didn't work, and then they try to pull out. This time, we're just going to hit. Ludevong's going to keep it himself. Gets out of trouble, bounces over the left side. Going to pick up the first down and more. He's going to get 14 yards on that carry. That was a bust, not a busted play. He should have been taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, just reversed his field of play and able to get outside the game.
Boswell had him tackled behind the line of scrimmage. They could reverse his field, move around the left side where nobody was at because they all flowed to the right, and he picked up 14 yards. And bring up first down and 10 at the 37-yard line. Handoff. Autry, who's still moving the pile.
And that's just your offense. That's just those big guys, those hogs in the middle, just driving their feet, pushing the pile forward.
Autry. We'll bring up second and 6. You know, they moved Robertson out to receiver.
I'll take advantage of the speed and fissiness.
Autry now, running back. Robertson. I like the quick pass out to Robertson. That's exactly what they try to do. It's going to bring up. Fumble. Ball still on the ground. They say they have it. They haven't. Boswell ball. Back there.
The first time it's turnover of the game. He's looking behind for the Boswell Pioneers.
Great job by the Buffaloes again. A mistake. A fumble by Robertson gets the Boswell line. 3 minutes and 52 seconds to go. And then there's the ball on their own 32-yard line. Trailing by 3.
I don't know. Just string the roads. Roads will pick off 6 to the 37-yard line. There's a handoff to Richardson. Richardson cuts back inside and gets the first down. One thing is on the road. That's happening. It's all in the time. Drain that fly. And off Richardson again. Richardson, big hole, right top, the left side. Crosses into Buffalo territory down at the 46.
Buffalo's decent. He's coming with lost right now. Nobody looked like they wanted to tackle him. He came to the line. The 2 guys were standing there watching him run by.
I'm not really doing anything fancy. Richardson has that vision to see the open lane.
That's what we consider 30 yards. It's 30 yards.
And off in Richardson, same side, same place.
Yeah, Boswell's not doing anything. They're just running the ball in the middle. They're not doing anything.
Yeah, they're just saying, hey, this is working, stop it.
Well, and Haltom's playing back deep. They don't want to give up a deep pass because at any moment, like I said, Lords will pull the ball and throw it down over the middle. They don't want to give up. They linebackers are playing really loose on this.
So 2nd and 5 for the Pioneers. And off Richardson again, same side. Oh, he stopped this time. Yeah, the Buffaloes were waiting. Gain of maybe 1.
He got 2. They're giving him 2.
They're going to give him 2. They're going to give him the 40. Hey, third down. Pioneers take a timeout here. With that, we'll take another timeout here on Ball.
If you're a fan of classic rock and tired of hearing the same old songs over and over, you need to tune in to the Zoo.
Big play here, guys. First 3 for Dolphins.
Oh, handoff. Oh, there's a deepest. Moore's right side gets the first down. And Moore, he gets score. Touchdown, Pioneers.
What a play!
There's that RPO that killed you.
I tell you what, this would have had me for it. I thought he had me for it.
I saw him pull the ball, and I saw him come around the right side, and I thought that they had him for the tackle for a loss. And first 3.
Trying to make it a 4 points to go for the second half. Pick this up and it's good.
And what we're seeing from the Haltom defense has been their Achilles heel the first 2 games. They've had leads and have let those leads diminish.
Well, Chris, before the game started, I promised you it was going to be a throw. That's what it's about.
It is. Give some credit to Boswell. They were down 17 points in the third quarter. And they have stormed back to take the lead 28-24. There's still plenty of time. There's 1:50 to go. Haltom has all three, they have all three timeouts to go. And they have a quick strike offense.
And this could be a good learning moment for the Boswell Pioneers. The things they struggled with all last season and a little bit to this season is finishing it. And so if they can hold on and win this game and finish, that'll be a good growth experience for these guys.
Let it go out of bounds. Let it go out of bounds. Good. You can't go out of bounds. Haltom will have it. First attempt from their own 40-yard line, trailing 28-24. 1:50 to go here at Pioneer Stadium.
50 yards.
Sorry, 35.
Oh, 66.
The Buffaloes off to the right. Autry's the one runs back. Lunabon in the backfield to the back. Lunabon's looking to throw, looking back. He's got Roberson over the middle. This is him again. I don't know if Roberson was ready. If you saw that, Roberson had to pick up his speed jet. He wasn't even looking for the ball. He was still kind of running over the middle a little bit, and then he turned on the jets and turned and saw the ball coming, but it was too late.
He did have a step around the defender.
He did. He had him right there. Bring that second in for the Buffaloes. Lunabon looking to throw again, he's rolling off to the right. Rolling, second go. Good first. Going to be a yard stop. That's all right. So he's third down. Another hat comes off. Clock stops.
Yeah, that's Maui Peters.
No, hat came off. Helmet came off. So they stopped. We got third and one right now for the Buffaloes from their own yard line. You go look at the throws. Throw it. Picks up first down. Rodriguez on the reception. Nice play call. Lunabon rolled up to the right. Hits Rodriguez for about 5 yards down. So he picks up another 8 yards. Haltom's driving first and 43-yard line of Boswell. A minute 26 to go here in the game. Both sides. Yeah. Full stick for the Buffalo. Going to look the middle. Hits Lewis. Oh, great tackle.
Oh,
great tackle.
Haltom still tackle. Well, I tell you, Wells doesn't make that tackle. That could have been sure.
Coach Tucker's calling time out. He is not. Lewis picks up 4 on that.
Thank you.
There was some words of encouragement. To go. Second sit for the Buffaloes from the 49-yard line. They have to score a touchdown to take the lead. So good. Third receiver step off to the left. Roberson is the receiver. Autry the one running back.
Take a shot.
Well, a quick pitch out here to Rodriguez. Pick up the first down on this side. Who they give him? Oh, wait. Coaches over here.
So he needs the 33.
The far side.
They're calling
First down for the Buffaloes. Smart.
Yep. Yeah, minute 6 left on the clock.
There's the tip for the Buffaloes.
Ball's on the play.
Ball started against Haltom. Throw from the back judge is probably a false start as an alignment. Yep. Again, loss of focus. Minutes 4 to go in the game. Buffaloes are going to have a first and 15 with the Boswell 38-yard line. Bruce, you can set off to the left. Interval's looking. He's going to throw deep over the middle. But down. There's a flag. That's going to be defensive pass interference against Boswell. He was all over the receiver. Roberson was the receiver, and the defender was all over his back. So that is the proper call. They're still talking about it. There's a 15 yards. The Boswell fans are doing it. That actually was the talk about. We saw him up here. He was great all over it.
3 yards is outside of the red zone. 59 seconds left on the clock.
Move on, looking, rolls off. He's going to move up the middle. He's got running room. Still going. He's going to be down about the 7-yard line where Haltom will have it. He's down. Good play by Moody Ball. He's just the quarterback keeper over the right side. Takes the ball down to the 7-yard line. Oh, there's 51 seconds to go. Haltom is threatening.
Check front, up Boswell defense.
Clock is running with 44 seconds to go. Hand off to Autry. He's over the right side.
Pioneers are there.
Yeah, so pick up 2. There's a flag. What is the flag? I see a Haltom helmet on the field. There is a flag. There's another one over here on the field.
Flags all over.
They're calling it on Haltom. Boswell's point Haltom's way. Got an offensive lineman running off the field. This could be a personal foul on Haltom.
Flag came in late.
Or could it be offset? You got flags on both sides of the field.
They're about to march it off.
Wow.
Haltom. That's the stuff that I feel you right there. That was the Jocelyn pick. I mean, you're about to be first and goal from the 7-yard line, and you commit a personal foul over there.
And the flip side of that is, I think, given the one out open,
31 seconds to go. Whistles again.
Timeout.
Timeout, Haltom. That's the second timeout of the half. One left.
Seconds left.
Nail biter here at Pioneer Stadium. Pioneers trying to go 2-1, and Haltom trying to get their first win of the season. And they're with them striking range.
Just some stats those players it's just 2 weeks last. Big, obviously, the big hitter of this game has been Richardson with 29 carries for 214 yards.
All right, here we go, folks. 31 seconds to play.
And Haltom has a first and goal. Three receivers set off to the left. Move on from a drop back to throw. Drop back. He's got time. He's going to throw to the middle. It was almost picked off. I don't know what move ball was. Did not see. There's a middle linebacker standing right in the middle of the field. He just threw the ball right at him. That was ball game, guys.
Yeah, that was it.
Gonzalez. He threw it right to him. I think Gonzalez was.
I think that was Zuzan.
Oh,
38 Zuzan.
I almost said what.
I guess maybe the light colored jersey of Boswell threw him off. I don't know. Leader was looking to throw. Throws it in the end zone. Bring us third down. That was not a good pass by Lewis. He threw the ball out of bounds. Looked like he was trying to hit the corner of the end zone for Lewis, but Lewis is pushed out of bounds.
Down. 21 seconds.
Under pressure.
Oh.
Just take it, run.
Knock away.
I don't get that. You got to take it and run with a timeout. I can't get it. But again, we're dealing with
I get falling down going up to the Pioneers.
So it's going to be, this is it. It's fourth down. The Buffaloes have to score a touchdown or the game is over.
Yeah, last play.
He literally could have been down around the 10-yard line with 4 minutes. Instead, you're at the 30-yard. This is it right here. There you go. Rudemon's going deep over the middle. Incomplete. Ball game. Pioneers are going to walk out of here with a victory.
That's Henry Diaz. Goes for the Pioneers, and the Pioneers will get the W. And that's a happy trip to Peter.
I'm not so happy on the other because
we actually got one.
So I'm going to figure it out. The whole play was right. We'll get better at that.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, you had a replay on that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I finally figured out how to get through. Yeah.
Wow.
7 seconds to go. Home Pioneers are just going to
Pioneers just take a knee and it's church.
That's it.
You know, there was the final score here. The Boswell Pioneers 28. Haltom Buffalo Broadcast. I'm going to be right back.
We've got a penalty on the Haltom player that shoved on the balls at us. Nothing. Still on the personal foul. Can't get a second one. Get the other. They just said he's defensive.
Okay.
He can't play next week.
I should say that affects him to next week.
And he is a starter. That is under 10, I believe. Let me see. There you go.
Ready.
Oh, is that what they're doing?
Well, it might not be, but as this season is next season. Okay.
Yep.
Meet Kim Miller. She's a property management specialist. She can help take out the hassle of the rent raise. Let her show you how to become an owner and not just a landlord. Help with rent collection, maintenance, and inspections. That's All County Property Management.
When you make money, we make money. Low vacancy rates, full web access, low monthly fee, no hidden or extra cost. Connect with us from a wide range of devices, your smartphone, tablet, and computer. So before you rent your next property, call us. Check us out on Facebook, Boswell Sports, Twitter, Instagram. So what are you waiting for? Contact us today. All County Property Management, 817-567-2500.
Welcome back to the post-game show. I'm Jim Howard, along with Chris Hayes and Keith Diamond. As the final, you see it there, the Boswell Pioneers 28, Haltom Buffalos 24. Chris, this proved to be everything that we thought it would be. An exciting football game. Just did not go the way the Buffaloes had hoped, but what are your hopes?
It was a good game. Penalties at the end. Haltom had the game. I mean, they commanded the game, honestly, in the third quarter. You have a score to go up 17. And just like we said earlier, you literally had your foot on the throat of the Pioneers. They were dead to the watch. They had no motivation on the sideline. You saw it. But something clicked, and the defense immediately for Haltom gave up a touchdown in 6 plays. It's like they got very lackadaisical on defense. Right after they've taken a lead to go up by 3. And then after that, all the momentum swapped to Boswell. Haltom, they actually marched downfield a couple of times. You saw in the third quarter, both drives negated by penalties that ended for Haltom, and that's what we saw here, right here at the end of the game. Haltom had all the momentum coming down. All they had to do was score the touchdown to win. Moonavong has a great run, gets him to the 7-yard line. That's somewhere in the scrum of coming up. One of the Haltom players commits a personal foul that puts them back on the 21-yard line. And they have a first and goal from the 21-yard line and couldn't punch it in from there. About 30 seconds to go. Hey, hats off to Boswell. They came back. They hung in there. They looked really good. As Tucker said, he said you got to watch the RPO because that'll kill you. And that's the one play where Lords took it 33 yards out to give Boswell the lead, and it caught Haltom off guard as they were not ready for it.
And the other big story for the Boswell Pioneers, of course, is Richardson, number 24. Just had a fantastic game running the football. And I really felt like in that second half, he kind of took this team on his shoulders and gave him that spark that they needed, because at one time they were down 24-7.
Yes. Yeah, he did. And something happened. I don't know what happened defensively for Haltom. Richardson was finding the lanes. She wasn't finding it in the first and second quarter. All of a sudden, the lanes just started opening up. And give credit to the Pioneer offensive line. They were opening those holes. I'm not sure if there was misalignment, miscommunication with the linebackers not plugging those gaps. But even when we saw Richardson would run up 3 yards, and one of the Buffaloes get a hand on him to slow him down, he was just so fast he was running right by him.
And Roberson, I tell you, for Haltom on the other side, I thought he had a pretty decent game as well, running the football. Hats off to the Buffaloes because they fought.
Yeah, they did. They came in, they fought. They had a whole different game plan that we haven't seen. They really threw the ball a lot. I love the game plan by Haltom. We saw, Robert Autry came in running back.
Is that a right there in the blue shirt?
Yeah.
I will say the one thing that this tells me, this gives me confidence in, is that I think for a change, Boswell, what we're seeing from Richardson, and with Lassiter being out, I think we have a true legitimate two-back system this year. 2 running backs that can actually really produce and open things up quite a bit more for Coach Weaver in the pass game.
Well, and the thing that I like about it for the Boswell Pioneers is this. They found themselves in this situation down by 3 scores over the past year and a half. They struggled to find an identity, and let's just be honest, they would collapse. We saw last week against Saginaw. So for them to come back and, be down by 3 scores and come back and continue to fight and win, that's one of those lessons I think they needed. And Coach Weaver this week talked about those guys getting back to the basics. They took the sleds out in the grass, the old-time football sleds, and they pushed sleds. And so he said, we're gonna regroup. We're gonna find our best players, and that's what we're gonna put on the field. And it paid off against a very good football team.
Yeah, I think a lot of talk going in tomorrow. A lot of film will be watched. It will be with Haltom will be penalties. Again, penalties.
And
you have the camera on Tucker right now, and I'm watching him. And he's. I've read a couple lips saying we just don't do that, and I think he's talking about the undiscipline that probably happened. In the game that really, I think it really cost him. I really do. I think what cost Haltom in this game was the penalties. You had about 3 drives between the third and fourth quarter that you're moving the ball because your offense was moving the ball over.
Well,
and you had those drives that you have a big penalty like you had. There were 2 personal fouls on one drive that brought Boswell down.
Well, and the
that's the
fumble
one that
was
helped.
a killer too.
You're right. I completely forgot about the Roberson fumble. When they're driving again right after. No, it was the drive before that.
Well, I will say too, the one thing you talk about how there were the penalties that were the killers. The way it seemed, especially in the Boswell game, there was a lot of penalties that Boswell didn't take advantage of. Yeah, and the same thing we saw last year is that they weren't taking advantage of those penalties. So yeah, it's darn the luck for Haltom actually committing those penalties, but hooray for Boswell for actually having the fortitude to say we've got something, we've got a gift, right? Let's protect this gift and do something.
And they did. They took advantage of the penalties. They and you have to do that. Like I said, Jim, we talked about it. We thought it would be a close game. Every game between these two teams
it is.
The last 5 years
a rivalry game.
Have been within 7 points.
Mm-hmm.
Every game. There hasn't been a blowout from one side or the other. Every game has been within 7 points. Every time these two meet, they're so evenly matched, and they keep going back and forth. Boswell wins one year, then Haltom. Haltom came back and won last year. What do we see tonight? Boswell came back in the fourth quarter with the late touchdown. It was almost a reversal of what we saw last year. So I can't wait to see what next year brings up. But hey, for Haltom, this is not honestly. This is my opinion. You're going in. You got to learn to finish. You had this one. This was a victory in the fourth quarter. You had it, but now you start district play next week, and you've got the Arlington Colts. They're going to need a good week of practice. They got to forget this one. What Ted Lasso always say. I forgot. What was this?
I don't.
I'll think of it.
You'll think of it when you're driving.
I'll think of it in a minute.
Yeah.
Well, so you guys start district next week.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got one more non-district game against a really good Forney team. Pioneers will travel in Forney. Travel 2 hours away. So. That'll be definitely a test for the Pioneers. And then talk about that game that you guys had.
We're at UTA Stadium. We get to play at old Maverick Stadium, which is sad. There used to be a college team there, but there's none. So we get to play there. We're playing the Colts. We start district play last year. Haltom lost to the Colts, lost to South Grand Prairie in district play, but went on and upset some teams and made the playoffs. This year, we're kind of hoping for the same. They've got a great offense. It looks like after tonight, some of the pieces are coming together for the defense. They really, again, I was very impressed to see what I saw offensive-wise by the Buffaloes tonight. And then in the first half of the game, they really shut down Richardson, as you said. Running, he didn't have a lot of long rushes that we saw like they did in the second half.
And just a couple of misses, too, by your quarterback. He had some guys that were open, just overthrew it a little bit. And, that's going to happen at this level. But, overall, I don't think that the Haltom Buffaloes should hang their heads in this loss because they played a good football game.
They did. Both teams did. And, again, like I said, there's a lot of positives come out of this. The coaches, just like on both sides, they'll get together tomorrow morning with the kids in the film room. And they'll go over what they need to work on, what they found that's very positive, and they'll fix what they need to fix. Again, non-district game, that's what these are for. They're learning lessons.
Yeah. This is the tune-ups.
Yes. So for us, it all starts next week. Everybody's 0-0 next week. And Arlington's going to be tough. They really are. But it'll be an exciting year. I know that. So we're always excited for district play. But again, man, I've had a lot of fun up here. Jim, again, thank you so much. And Jim, I met you in 2010. I don't know. My kids were here. Daughters here. Yes. When you were doing this, and I was Booster Club president here, and we were doing stuff, and I'd come up here with you for the coaches show, and we always had a blast. And then you started wanting me to start broadcasting with you. I was like, no, doing enough. And then, you know, the way life goes, we moved away from Boswell, but then met a good group of guys over at Haltom, and because of you, we started a broadcast over there. If it wasn't for you, we wouldn't have done anything over there. So again, everything you've done, we appreciate it.
Well,
so we really do. We admire you for everything you've done, here in the district. You know, we give you a lot of credit for what you've done about bringing broadcasting and bringing these games to these kids so they can watch them. And you're a Boswell fan. You know, these kids, they're going to be watching this. They'll be replaying this one tonight when they're sitting there playing Fortnite or whatever they do. I don't know, but.
Well, Chris, I have to say, you, Spicy, and Jack, you guys put on a great presentation of Haltom football. Like I say, I watch you guys every week, and I'm impressed by what you guys have. You know, it took me 20 years to get where we are right now. You guys have put together a great product in just 10 years. And so that's impressive.
It's fun. It is fun. And again, we're all volunteers. We all like doing it. We all love high school football. If we didn't like football, we wouldn't be doing. We could be out doing something. There's worse things to do on a Friday night besides watch Texas high school football. And if you're not from the state of Texas, you don't understand what this is about. I mean, small town football. I mean, we're in Fort Worth, but Boswell's still small town. They pack.
The bottom line is, you know, there's a lot of teams in this area that get all the coverage. They'll get the TX21 coverage just about every week. But there's a lot of teams out here with kids who put in a lot of work. The Boswell Pioneers, the Haltom Buffalos. You know, I can name hundreds of teams out there that never get any coverage.
No.
They don't get it in the newspaper. They don't get it on TV. They don't get it through radio. And so what you guys are doing is what we try to do, is try to be that voice, try to show the effort and the hard work of these young men. Because for a lot of them, this is it. They're not going to college. They're not playing college ball. They're not going to make it into the NFL. There's only a select few that ever get that far. And so you guys are their voice. Mm-hmm. You guys are the ones who tell their story, about working out in most summers in 100-degree weather with no rain, or, you know, playing in those games where it's 20 degrees outside in November. And so that's what I like about what we do here. And so I appreciate what you guys have put together there at Haltom.
No, we appreciate it. We have a lot of fun. You know, Julian was with us for a while. Cole was with us. They can't call a lot of games. Coach Ward's with us now. We love him to death. I think he's probably still listening, but you know, he coached it at Haltom for a long time. He was a coach, and he retired. And he's still doing some teaching a little now and then, but he's joined us in the booth last year and this year.
That's awesome.
And we love having him because we get a coach's insight into the plays and everything going on. And yeah, he fits right in with us.
That's something I wish I could find on this side as a coach, because again, I am just a painted face fan. My daughter was on the dance team. Is how I got to doing this. And so to have a coach's perspective, that's pretty cool.
It is a lot of fun. It is, you know, we got, and when you're doing it with people that you like to do it with, you know, you get to go hang out with your friends on a Friday night. You watch football and you call football and you have a good time, and then you go home and you talk about the game, or I don't know. It's a lot of fun, but they're shutting the lights off here. They want us out of here. I think we're the only light left in the booth, probably. So
let's look real quick. Keith's got some scores from around the district. I think they're basketball scores from what I'm seeing.
So first score
Arlington Martin over Mansfield. We played Mansfield in 2 weeks to open our district play. Martin 74-47 over Mansfield. Arlington Colts, who you guys play next week, is 38-27 over Weatherford with 3:48 left in the fourth quarter. Mansfield Lake Ridge is 34-27 over Richardson with 8 minutes left in the game. 61-14 South Grand Prairie over Mansfield Legacy. That's the final. Dallas Skyline 26, Crowley 27 with a little over 11 minutes left to play in the fourth quarter. And then the one that I'm really surprised about, Denton Geyer 27, North Crowley 28 with 1 minute left to play in the game.
Wonder who's got the ball there. That's interesting, but
very interesting.
That would be a shock if North Crowley loses that.
Yeah.
So, Chris, one other thing that we do on the broadcast each week is we name players of the game. So I'd like to invite you to name your Haltom players of the game.
My Haltom players of the game on defense is, man, that one's tough, but I got to go with Damian Wayne this game. He was all over the field. It's tough to pick between him and Connors and Ortiz. They were all there. And then offense, I mean, I got to go with Mooney Vaughn. I mean, he led the offense tonight, but at the same time, you had Gillette with 89 yards rushing. Only 2 carries, 89 yards rushing. You had Roberson, and then you had Autry, who was a new running back for us, who probably had 60, 70 yards rushing tonight. We were missing Park. I think he was out. They're holding him out until next week. But, yeah, I have to go with Mooney Vaughn and go with Wayne on defense.
Okay. Keith, for the Boswell Pioneers?
I think we'll go for defense. I'm going to go Canyon Diaz. He was a name that we hadn't said much over the last, that we didn't talk much about during the Braswell game. And called his name a few times today. And then really have to go. I really like Jace Richardson for my offensive play. I mean, he carried the team in yards and on his shoulders and fought hard and, I mean, spinning and dropping tackles. And, man, I'm excited to see what's going to happen when you've got him and Lassiter both back in the lineup.
Yeah. So for me on defense, Zishang, I think I said his name several times, is my defensive player of the game. I thought he had a pretty much a breakout game for Boswell. Of course, we didn't see a whole lot of the Saginaw game, but definitely played well here. And then on offense, I agree with you, Jace Richardson. I really felt like he carried this team in the second half and put up 200 yards. We haven't seen that in a little while.
You can't go wrong with that. You cannot go wrong with your offensive pick for Boswell. He was the difference in the game. Clearly in the second half, he was the difference in the game.
Well, that'll do it for us here. Chris, if you want to go ahead and promote you guys' broadcast for next week.
Yeah, next week, catch us. We will be on the road in Arlington at UTA Maverick Stadium. Kickoff at 7 o'clock, where we take on the Arlington Colts, which will be our first district game. Join us on Facebook Live, the Haltom Buffalo Broadcast, where we are back on our normal broadcasting site.
And for the Boswell Pioneers, they are on the road. We drive out east to Forney, and that game will start at 7 o'clock. Of course, pregame will be at 6:30. Be sure and catch the Coaches Show on Tuesday night. That's live from Red's Barbecue at 7335 Boat Club Road. Some of the best barbecue in town. Come out and see us as we talk about this game and the next game. And then, of course, we'll have a student athlete as our special guest. That starts at 5 o'clock on Tuesday night. And again, like I say, that's live from Red's Barbecue. That'll do it for us here tonight. For Chris Hayes and Keith Diamond, I'm Jim Howard saying good night from Pioneer Stadium, where the final score is the Boswell Pioneers 28, the Haltom Buffaloes 24. Good night and go Boz.
Go Buffs.
Lights above the field, Friday night tension high. Sweat on the backs, Pioneer pride. War drums beat inside, helmet like cracks in the air. Concrete grit out and fight, enemies everywhere. Boswellsports, screams and screams, voices howl, spirits lean. Warriors clash unseen, legacy in the beams. Dust settles under feet, victory cries loud and sweet. Heroes in the heat, a battle so bittersweet. Bones crush, hearts ignite, bleeding for the fight. Under the stars in the night,